All right, y'all. Welcome back to Commission Reviews, and it's probably going to be a very messy live today. I want to go ahead and give a disclaimer now. All right, guys, we about to get started. As you see, I am your bartender for the day, getting the drinks ready for the show. Oh, you gonna need a drink for this one. What you drinking on? I got vodka, I got something brown and nasty. I got whatever you need to make you chill or to get you completely lit. What is it? Tell me all about it. Because you know this show is gonna be a mess, fun, and more. All right, what you drinking on, baby? I got you. I know it's kind of early, but I want y'all guys to know that I've already been drinking a little bit. I'm gonna add a poll to the chat shortly, okay? And I want everybody to make sure they hit the cash apps for all the people on the panel when they come up. My panel is always late, so I know I can have me a little long intro. So here we go. The views and opinions expressed on this panel are those of this panel and are for entertainment purposes only. Do not, and I repeat, do not try this at home. And don't whine in the comments when you don't like it. We don't care. All right, y'all. You know, we got the panel is up here. My girls are here. First of all, let me go ahead and get together. I got my receipt queen is in the building, and my niece Lee with the T is here as I wait for the girls who are late. Okay. Um, Dina, can I get a recap, please, ma'am? We can go ahead and get started.
Ooh, child.
Lee, did you add your channel? Add your channel if you didn't, please.
Lord, this was
Okay, go ahead.
yes, Lord, this was a whole hot mess. We're gonna need Jesus to walk with us today.
We're gonna do a prayer at the end, but go ahead, Dan.
Okay, so in the beginning it was just a bunch of arguing. Ashley and Arena and everybody was arguing with everybody. And the only part I can remember who wasn't arguing with who was when they brought out Winter and Yusha and the Duncans, and we had to go through that whole thing about his hustle is always on, and he was applied to be on Ready to Love, and all that.
I'm sorry. I'm saying so everything that Dina is saying as far as recap, that's literally was the highlight of it. So we gonna get into the small stuff in the beginning, and then we're gonna get to the whatever. But I'll go ahead and play the audio.
Auditioned for Ready to Love, and this is where the Joy situation came in. Okay. This is why I felt
when did he audition for Ready to Love?
He auditioned for Ready to Love the season that Joy and Clifton auditioned for Ready to Love. Yusha said, but you know, somebody told me to audition for Ready to Love, and I did, and you know, they thought I was dope and felt like, you know, I would have been a great cast member, but they didn't really have anybody for me, and the only person they felt like I would have matched with was Joy.
Child, what is going on? Is that why he settled for Joy?
I believe that's why he was hella infatuated with her.
Did you know this, Clifton?
I didn't.
He also auditioned.
Okay, so
that's a lie.
Dina was referring to. So, okay, so before we even get into deep of that, I wanted to play that at the beginning because we review Ready to Love. So, yeah, I also myself did some digging as far as who may or may not have said that Clifton was arguing with the ladies behind the scenes, and I also have my own.
And that's the truth.
We are going to get into everything and all the things. Okay, so again, I got my pow girls who literally had the same energy as they had yesterday. So I need to get the same smoke. And I feel like they got it. Okay. So from the beginning, I have Jamie in the beginning in the dressing room talking about he can't believe that Quick threatened Clifton on TV. Everybody's mad and back. My notes literally. Ashley saying that Irena is fake. Dina, I know we're going back a little bit, but I have my notes to kind of tell me
Right. I mean,
what do you
yeah,
think. Go ahead.
that was the original thing, and they was talking about the tweets and what's the girl Angela being her maid, and Angela saying that she had to take care of the kids because Ashley was drinking all day and didn't have time or could not do stuff with the kids, and I was like, that just kind of came out of nowhere. And then she was like, well, that explains the tweet, and I was like, okay, they looping it all in. So I was just like, first of all, I'm like I always say, I'm one of those people. Whatever we did while we was cool stays in the vault. But 1201, once the war starts, then it's on. But I don't know if that was the polite or right time to bring that out. But it is what it is. All's fair in love and war, right?
Right. No, no, no. I know what you're saying with that. It was kind of a lot. With that, with I feel like that with Ashley and Arena, there was this power struggle, and I kind of was on the fence, but I kind of feel like I really can't help but to talk about it because it was brought up more than one time. Even with the Carlos production, I really want to get into all of that. Really, I do, but I'm kind of going a little slow because, like I said, I've been drinking a little bit and I want you to go fire it immediately. So with the Christmas thing, they got. I don't want to get too deep. I feel like all of us up here collectively talk about the Christmas party so many times it's ridiculous, but
It's tiring.
it really is. But so the arena. One thing I want to say, but let's go over the whole party. Forget all that. So when Arena was asked a simple question about the party, she went off, and I was like, "What happened?" And one thing I will say, I'm gonna have to agree with Ashley because they were sitting there and they simply asked her a question about the party, and she starts going into my well, you know what? I don't understand why you did too much, and she starts getting up on the leave, throw the D and when I'm like, what happened? What did I miss? Because
Like they must have edited something out because it escalated quickly.
literally there was no editing in that scene. I feel like the Arena has been holding on to some stuff for a while, and I feel like Arena feel like this is her season to say, girls, y'all talking all this noise, but I've been a baddie. I've been that girl.
Right.
I'm the one that and you guys, because y'all see me as this nice Arena. I'm not saying that she's being fake. I'm not gonna say that. I just feel like she's been saying, like, girl, y'all don't know because y'all haven't seen me in that light. And she's trying to show everybody, but it's giving, I don't know what's giving. Go ahead, Dina. And then go ahead, niece. Yeah, go ahead. Oof. What do y'all think?
No, I was just saying that, that whole situation escalated quickly. Like you said, she brought her D back and gave it to Winter. And, they was, out there spilling tea and this, that, and the third. And it was wild.
Niece, what you think? That scene was so like it was the edit to me, which is like I don't know what happened. Niece, you there? Lee. Oh no, we lost Lee. Okay, so me and you is it oh, hold on, she's back. Okay. The whole time I'm thinking I'm talking to you. So Lee, did you hear we said it all?
No.
Okay, so this that whole scene with Arena going off when she was simply asked by her and Joy in the beginning of the reunion. And I was like,
Mhm.
what happened? I feel like she was trying to prove something. Like, I'm that girl, just like y'all. I've been nice this whole time, but it was giving like a lot because when the question was asked about Joy, she starts going in on Ashley and then they start going back and forth. So I want to hear your point about that. Like, this is DC stuff. I get it, but like, why did she go in on Ashley when it was a simple question about Joy and the Christmas party? I just feel like she's just wanna, well, Carlos, she want to prove something. I'm kind of feeling like that too.
Um, well, the only person that can answer that question, to be quite honest, is Arena of why she did what she did. I felt like it was a little dramatic on the going behind the couch and getting the D and giving it to Winter and y'all going on she had made a comment about y'all going on trips and shit together.
Mm,
So I don't know if it's a level of being included, but
mm,
um her bringing up what Angela said, if Angela actually said it, that was a hit below the belt. And Ashley kept it cute because she said, There's plenty of shit that Brittany and Lil Jamie have said about y'all that I'm just gonna not say.
Right.
And I first and foremost, regardless regardless of what Angela told Brittany, that conversation should have stayed between Angela and Brittany, because Angela could have just been venting to her friend, about what was going on, and vice versa. Because Brittany, because as Ashley said, the kids have said something about, Jamie and Arena that she didn't want, speak on or whatever. But the next thing
Mm.
is, why are you taking information from a kid? Still lives, as Ashley said, grown. I'm just not gonna say a kid. I'm gonna say a grown adult. But that information, you didn't hear that information firsthand. You going off of what was told secondhand, which is also very messy.
Mm. Interesting. And very, very. Uh oh. Hey guys.
Hey.
Hey,
Welcome.
Carmen.
Oh
Welcome.
shit.
Welcome. 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 Yeah, we
I
just
just want
kind
to
of.
say, girl, you was rocking that white dress, though. Even though we only got to see
Oh
you for a glimpse at the end, your entrance was flawless. I'm just gonna tell you, girl.
man, let me tell you, if about to.
Thank you. I'm like, why I had to be like the vocal point? Like everybody else is already sitting down. They're like, and Carmen, can they come from a commercial break and then I'll be sitting down already? I'm
It
like,
was the entrance. It was the entrance for me. Okay. Period. You guys really and truly have been a focal point of the series, on and off, behind the scenes, secret, and skunk. I really want to give, because the king is here. Actually, first of all, welcome you guys to the panel.
Who is that,
You,
Ray?
yeah, I really
Oh,
want to.
hey,
I
hey,
really want.
y'all.
I want Ray to speak, because the thing about it, it's almost like you're acting like you're not even there, but you are. What do you got to say first of all? And like I said, welcome to the panel. But welcome.
Well, first of all, thanks for having me. First time I'm really get a voice, so I'm appreciative of that. That's
No
first thing.
problem.
No, I mean, honestly, I've been around for a while. I've been around everybody, and it's very sad to me that everybody acted like I didn't exist. I wasn't around, and we all partied together, chilled, been in a lot of different locations, and to make it seem and create this illusion, and I see it unfold. It's sad to me, because we all hanging out and had a good time. I mean, clearly you see us on vacation. We had a good time together many times.
Exactly. And y'all look really, really good together, first of all. So we
Thank
just kind of
you.
Thank
got,
you.
y'all do. So and really truly, I feel like this next part three, y'all about to shut it down. I mean, when I saw Carmen coming with the cape, I was like, oh, okay. I literally changed the screen, the thumbnail for next week's live to Carmen walking in, because I'm like, okay, she for to give it. It's giving. I'm the queen's for to come in and shut all this shit down. Like I want
well,
to.
it's funny
Go ahead,
because
Mama.
there's been a lot of talk in the rooms with me not being there.
Mm,
And so I
mm,
didn't see a lot of it. I heard mumbles until I'm watching the show, right?
mm.
So to have someone talking and never really saying, let's bring Carmen in and go to lunch and talk about it, or let's call Carmen. It's like they're having conversations that involve me without me being there. So obviously, I'm the type of person that I'm a factual person. I'm going to shut it down. I'm not going to be like, well, no, I'm going to shut it down. I'm going to tell my facts. And that's where I'm always coming in a little hot.
Period. Okay. Period.
Talk your shit. Talk your shit.
100%. 100%. The one thing I will say that we got to say while you're here, that me and the ladies have said, especially in this season, we felt like that you held it down and you stood on business. When you weren't here, or if you weren't in the chat, I know myself, Dina, and Lee said the same thing. You really stood on your shit when all the girls was kind of, I want to say, in the corner. You like, oh, okay. But yeah, but I feel like da. You still talked your shit, and I gotta say much respect. Okay, I just want you to
Oh, thank
understand
you.
it.
Because some people would have just been like, "Oh, I don't want to make a big scene," or "I'm just gonna let this pass because it's for TV." Carmen's like, "Nope, this is me on TV in real life, and I'm gonna say what I gotta say and stand up for myself."
Well,
Yes.
it's funny because, like Ray said, we've hung around each other a lot, and the what I would say the audacity for I think the only people while the show was actually going on who hadn't officially met Ray was Ashley Quick, Sherelle, and Black.
Mhm.
But
Mm.
Joy and Clifton, obviously, you see on Below Deck. No Ray, right? And then Arena and Jamie, we went to his birthday party. We hung out together. Like, there is no I wonder. Like, I think Ray's probably met them and been like hanging out 4 different times with Jamie and Arena. And I've even texted him and been like, hey, my boyfriend's in town. Can you add him to the list to parties? So this thing about the Rena boyfriend or what boyfriend, and come on, baby girl, listen, you looking at me, you're not talking to somebody who can't get nobody, okay?
Come on now.
So don't play with me like that. Like, we are all beautiful, successful women on this program. Everybody can pick up somebody, right? So don't play me like I gotta rent somebody, okay? And then at some
That's
point, you need
crazy.
to point the finger back at yourself. Mind your business, okay? Keep your business intact, right? Worry about your family and your household, and let Carmen live her life over here, because I don't have time to be over there. So I don't know why you have time to be over here.
Come on
Well,
now. Come on now. Wait a minute. Say it. Period.
as I say, the best way,
So look,
the best,
so Carmen,
look,
but then,
you gotta reload.
but I want to play this clip, and I want to get Carmen's opinion, and then like I said, the guests who are here, Lee, of course, Dean, if y'all got anything y'all want to say, but I want to play this clip again, this audio, and I want you guys, Carmen, I want to hear your first
He
thoughts.
also auditioned for Ready to Love, and this is where the Joy situation came in, okay? This is why I felt
When did he
away.
audition for Ready to
He
Love?
auditioned for Ready to Love the season that Joy and Clifton auditioned for Ready to Love. Yusha said, but somebody told me to audition for Ready to Love, and I did. And, they thought I was dope and felt like, I would have been a great cast member. But they didn't really have anybody for me. And the only person they felt like I would have matched with was Joy.
Child, what is going on? Is that why he settled for Joey?
I believe that's why he was hella infatuated with her.
Did you notice Clifton?
I didn't.
He also
So I got to hear his queen. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts?
Winter had informed me of that before. Watching it, he isn't in denial. So it's true. He would have said no, that didn't happen, and he didn't. I do believe that happened. I do believe. So the producers look at people's characteristics and their background, and they say, based on this person's from Baltimore, this person's from Baltimore, and they both love music, I think they would get along. So that makes sense, since they're both musically inclined. That would be a good connection. I think him hearing that and knowing that, he maybe favored her more, right? Like, she's on my wavelength, we on the same. And from what I know from Yusha and what I know from Joy, they are spiritual type people, spiritual beings. A little bit more than just being spiritual. They're like really into it. I'm praying to so and so, and I don't know.
Right.
So once again, that resonates: music, spirituality, and they're both seem pretty chill until they're not chill, right? So with all those personality traits that match, I absolutely think that's true, and I do think he resonated with her, and I do think that he felt like a kindred spirit to take up for Joy in that situation.
Wow. But the fact of the matter, didn't she say that the person that he was connected to was Joy? But of course, he could not connect with Joy because of Cliff Dunn. And what you say, she had a whole husband. I mean,
Well, I mean, what it sounds like is that you have to be able to have more than one match if you are going to get to the last stage of being on the show. the producers realized if they picked him to be on the show, he only had one match, so it wouldn't have made a good show for him. That's why he didn't get to the next step. So Clifton nor Joy would have known any of that.
Gotcha. So I'm gonna say they said you out the best for last, and talking to your king, I really feel like that y'all should be more in the forefront, and him being made like a ghost, somebody who's not there. Why do you think that? And I mean everybody, whether it be Joy Clifton, the show itself, acted like you guys weren't together when you were. Like she's just a third wheel when she actually had somebody like below deck for one.
Well, this is an easy answer for me. They wanted to paint a narrative. I mean, she's sexy, she looks good. They didn't have a storyline. They didn't know what to do. I mean, they're boring without it. Without that storyline, there's nothing really to watch. Nobody really knows about their relationship. They don't talk about their relationship. They don't talk about what's actually supposed to be love and marriage. You don't know nothing about the marriage. So the only storyline is Carmen. So you take Carmen out, they don't got a show. There's not much to do. So they had to create a narrative. And they put everybody's picture up, and they just like, here's a sexy lady that's painting a picture. How we want to do it. That's how I think about it.
Damn, coming through with the pow, pow, pow. I wasn't ready. Okay. Okay. You better stand on business. Love it. Okay. So, Lee, you got anything you want to add, Mama? Because we doing the show, but of course, special guest here. We talking about this reunion. What you got, Mama?
So this is ghetto. Um, I don't believe you, Sean. And here's why. Um, there's been plenty of people that have been on this show that only had one match and made it on the show. Production ain't looking for they not looking, not trying to be funny, but the success rate of Ready to Love ain't that high, first and
Mm,
foremost.
mm.
So of actually finding love, and not people being on TV because they actors and they want to get their business off the ground, or they the local promoter or whatever. But I don't believe that production told him that, or the production told him that your only connection would be with Joy, because the people that I know that tried out, that auditioned for Ready to Love and didn't make it, never heard back from them. They just ghosted them.
I
So
agree. I agree. I don't think he ever
so
got a call. I
yeah,
don't think
so
he
that
got a
that
call.
so that's why, and it maybe because I got a little bit more of how the Ready to Love old production producers team ran. I know that they didn't tell you that Joy was your only connection, because the people that I know that auditioned for it got ghosted, that
Right.
made it past the several three, four, because it's a lot of rounds you got to go through in order to get to the people.com photo shoot.
Mm.
So no, I don't believe them.
Interesting.
I
Mm.
don't believe it. So
So,
what? So, and that also brings me to my next question. If
mm,
you didn't get selected to be on Ready to Love, was you
mhm.
just trying to find a way to get on network in general?
Mm.
So there's that. That's my opinion.
Wow.
All
I ain't
right.
gonna
He
front.
did
I
say
ain't
he
had no
never
I
turned
ain't
I
gonna
ain't had no
front.
Carmen down.
champagne
He
just
did say
yet,
that.
I'm
but
sorry. I ain't gonna front. That was pretty, man. Because they all said that he was a hustler and that he was always after something.
so in
Because
his friends, in the blacks, they tried to play it down in the episode. Well, he always been hustling. So why would you introduce him to Winter? This is why I don't. This is why I introduce my friends to each other to date, because I don't know how it's gonna go. I only know them on the friend level. I don't know what they like in a relationship. And if shit hit the fan, now I can't hang out with both of y'all anymore because y'all don't like each other. As we seen when Winter got up and slid on that little ass couch with Quick and Ashley.
hey, babe, that was a whole soap opera. She comes
Right.
in
I'm just
twirling
saying,
with the
I
cape.
don't think I think maybe in some ways that Yusha and Winter might have been a good match, but I'm with Alicia on the fact like if I know this man is a known to be hustler and he on his grind regularly, it could get misconstrued if he's dating this woman and he gets on TV. Now he's asking production to wear his brand and not put a coat over it and this, that, and the third and whatnot. Like it does look very much so opportunistic. So I would have never put them two people, or if it's like, look, y'all can date, but off camera or whatever. Let's not put that into the mix. So you don't even have like, oh yeah, we've been dating 6 months, year, blah, 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 whatever off camera. And now when y'all like, in a relationship, then you could bring him on. But that whole bringing somebody on that you just now dating, I mean, basically for me, I got to put people on a 90-day probationary period. I don't tell my family about them. I don't tell nobody at work. I'm not posting you on Instagram or social media or nothing. Like you got to make it past the 90 days because around about 45 is when you show me who you really is. And then I don't like you no more. Now I got to tell people we broke up.
Well,
Lord have
hell,
mercy. Now,
I don't even
well,
you ain't even really getting
Oh, you
posted
know
on my
what I'm
social
talking
media.
about. As soon as you post somebody,
well,
if you
They
don't
get to
have
acting
that, if you
stupid.
don't have that longevity, if you
that's why
don't
I
have
don't have
the
any of this type of problem
as soon
because
as
I
you
know I'm
you
already
when you
crazy. I don't have any
somebody,
type of problem.
if
I don't
you
have to worry
post
about
them
it.
within that 90-day period, as soon as you post them, it should go to hell. The exes come out the woodwork. People talking about they doing bad business. Oh, that's my baby daddy. As soon as you post them, if you don't know everything you need to know about them, so you can, because should nobody never come and tell me something about you that I don't already know. So as soon as you
Definitely.
post too soon, that's when all the
It
stuff
it is
comes
it
out.
is it is what it is. But I have to ask Carmen, and I have to ask, like I said, Kings. I was called me and my presence King, but you guys, as far as watching this show behind the scenes, I know that you can't tell me spoilers from this beat. I understand that, but from what we've seen from this past episode, with all the arguing back and forth, even with the whole situation and with with Ashley and Clifton, with the whole women saying that he say this and that and the third. I kind of want to get
He
your
do.
opinion about that because Ready to Love women allegedly are saying that Clifton argues all this kind of mess, whatever. And I want to get your thoughts about that because y'all both outside looking in, plus y'all hung out with them. We've all had experience with Clifton in some sort of way, but that's the narrative that they put out there now.
You go first,
you,
baby.
you walking me into this answer.
Okay, okay. It's all good. It's a
I,
safe space. Safe
no,
space. Okay.
no, it's all good. I was going to say my piece when it comes to it
Hey, it's
anyway.
all good, baby. It's go
That's my
ahead.
personal belief. I think that he does antagonize, and I think it's sharp towards women. And when it comes to men, he avoids. That's my personal opinion on it. I think that he avoids when it comes to men. He only gets in woman drama. He's always in a girly conversation. That's my personal opinion on
Can I
it.
bounce off of that?
Yes.
I I agree. And this is why. Quick got on that TV today or last night, whatever. I watched this morning. He got on that TV and said, I done seen this nigga 30 times in the city and he ain't said nothing. But we get on TV and there's 50, he said all this goddamn security around and now he wanna be about it. I agree.
Yeah, I think babe, my king, I think he also has seen Clifton antagonize me behind closed doors, um, and behind the scenes.
Yeah, a lot.
And it is like kind of bizarre because I'm like I felt like he was trying to get a reaction, but I wouldn't feel like that would have ever happened. So I haven't seen him antagonize someone, maybe because I was there, as a woman, but as referring to the capabilities of going back and forth with a woman, I've dealt with it, and he's seen it like behind the scenes. Like I'm gonna do this to get under her skin. I'm gonna do this to get under her skin, and I just felt like we were better than that.
I
Now,
see.
Ready to Love, I would say that They are probably referring to the reunion and between the Joy and Clifton and the Kia situation. I think that would be it. And there was one other castmate that I forgot her name. I can't remember her name. She was a pretty girl. Her car broke down going to the getaway, and she just qualified herself. I know they had some words back and forth. So, but based on
Tina.
Tina, that's what it was. Tina. I know they had some words back and forth, and I think there was something that was said between Dakia and so those are the only people that I would think that could be referring to him as that.
That's a lot.
Okay, but you know what? That's too many damn people.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Wow. Okay. So I mean, that's y'all. I'm happy y'all gave y'all opinion on that. Me myself, I never had an experience negative or anything, but this is what she's putting out there, and so I'm like trying to figure out because for me, I'm not gonna pick up the kid because y'all know how I feel about the kid. I don't feel
Well,
anything.
she ain't
So
lying.
I'm just saying me. I cannot. I'm being biased. I'm being a good girl today. So that's what I'm saying.
No.
I'm not gonna I mean, I don't like the kid. We know that. That's why I'm not kidding me chill. When I'm saying like I don't know what happened, so I'm not gonna, for as far as the certain people she's saying, because when Joyce said give names, I really wanted her to give names. Like who are the one
I'm
ready to love that's
surprised she
saying this?
didn't, but I guess she
But you know
doesn't want
what?
to. Yeah,
Go ahead, Carmen.
What
I
you say,
guess she
Carmen?
doesn't. I guess she doesn't. It's hard when you bring somebody else in, and now that person probably like, I don't want to be in that no more. Like if it is the kid,
Mm,
right? The kid's in her
okay,
peaceful bliss,
right.
right? Obviously, if she wanted to be a part of this stuff, she would have been coming back and forth. She's like, I'm done,
True.
right? So maybe there was a conversation like, hey, I can tell you this, but please don't bring my name in it, or I don't want to be a part of it because that was not a good moment for me. You know what I'm saying? Because Ashley seemed like she's the type of person that's going to say what's on her mind and put it out there. So both of them were very protective of the person.
And not to mention, this is how old? How old?
Exactly. That was
Cause for
2021,
real, for real.
2022.
I
Yes.
feel like 4 score and 7 years ago,
Come
Clifton
on
was sad.
now. Oh Lord Jesus, I'm not even. So
I'm just
Arena,
saying, it's
so I
it's
know Carmen.
old. It,
Carmen, I know that you and Arena had words back and forth. I've never seen Arena so crunk as she would. And I say crunk because I'm older, but she was lit, fired up, whatever. This entire reunion is like part one, part two. So when like you see actually sitting back cheering, she's like, Arena, what's wrong? Why are you so mad? I'm like, what is the tea? Because it seemed like even Arena was like, you're jealous my friendship with Joy. She's coming for you because with Joy. Like, what's going on? What is it?
Um, oh, you talking about when she said something about I was saying friendship and me and Arena?
Yeah, all of it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's talking about
So
how
for
she was
Arena,
just coming out. Period.
okay, so from what I
Yeah.
had heard,
Mm-hmm.
the
Come on,
reunion took
King.
a lot longer because I was in the back until I came out. It
Right.
was just like it was constant fighting, and I feel like they came in with bullet points. I got to say this. I got to pull out this. I got to do this. I got to do that. And what's disappointing for me, for Arena and Jamie, and the whole situation is at some point, Arena says, "Don't call my husband an alcoholic or whatever," right? And she says, "I never said that. We all know he drinks, but it doesn't mean that he's an alcoholic." I think that was the correct answer. But then later on, Arena calls basically Ashley an
A bad
unfit
mom.
alcoholic mom.
She
I'm
does. She
like,
does.
how can you do this on one side and say, don't talk about my husband, but then on national TV, you go back and say this about this woman, and her kids are a lot younger, so that's a whole different aspect. I just think that was below the belt, and whatever you don't want done to you, you don't do to the other person. And let bygones be bygones. I don't understand all the fighting and the anger. And even when it came to a lot of stuff with Joy, Arena's involved in that. I'm like, you are not the matriarch of Love and Marriage DC. Like, let people have their own things and squash it and get it over with. I think a lot of times they were not ready to have those conversations. Like when Joy wasn't ready to have a conversation with Ashley, but Arena's like, we got to hurry up and fix this. And with them not giving them the time to just be angry or whatever, now you get them hurry up and talk, and they start fighting again.
Well, okay. So Arena, yes, but we do remember that part where Ashley kind of put it to production, where she said she didn't want to talk to Joy, but production wanted them to talk. They forced that. That's when you know I feel like, okay, you got Carlos King sitting here with all these hats. You're sitting here being the host. Then you also got to answer as production too much. You know what I'm saying? Because she said I wasn't comfortable. I told everybody. I'm just saying. I know what you're saying. I'm saying, but also this fault. If everybody should be accountable for that situation. So I don't know. I feel like they should listen to
I'm
what
just
she
be
said.
honest. In real life,
Mhm.
if I don't deal with you, I ain't coming to your house.
Uh, uh,
And in real life, if I walk in somebody's house, I better speak. And in real life, if I don't like
mm,
you, we not hanging out. So it goes both ways. Like, I'm not coming to your house unless I didn't talk to you. And we said, hey girl, I know we mad, but we okay. I'm coming to your house. I just wouldn't put myself in that position.
right.
You know,
Yeah.
but production does do that. I know Ray has been on the set with me, and they made him sit somewhere else. And
Wow.
so the fans are like, well, why didn't you bring your boyfriend on? They didn't really allow me. They made sure he was not by me.
Why are they hiding him? Because he's been around for a minute. Let's be clear, okay? I know this myself. So even though me and you haven't talked, I just know you've been around for a minute. So, and for you as a man, I know you got to feel some type of way about that because you feel like everybody's keeping you hidden. Even with this whole trip, with this show coming out, y'all gonna be on a whole other show. So,
Yeah.
what are your thoughts about that? You know what I'm saying?
Um, no, for me, it's very confusing. So you got I'm new to this TV stuff. I don't know what she told me, like, oh, it airs in a year. I'm like, dang, it takes that long for production. There's a lot of stuff I didn't know. I didn't know because I'm not. This is not my realm. I'm just here. I'm dating Carmen. Oh, and I didn't even know this is what she was doing. I didn't even know she was on me. I just knew what she was doing
Wow.
boxing. That's all I knew. I ain't know all the extra stuff. So when I met Clifton, well, like the first day I met her, I met Clifton. I met her.
When I say this is a true story. Ray came in on the train from New York. I met him downtown DC. I had a meeting with my manager and Clifton and his son.
Yeah.
So the
Mm,
first time I met Ray, Clifton so happened to be at a meeting with me.
Yeah.
So from day one,
Yeah.
they know him.
So to see everything unfold, and even Jamie and Raina, I've been around Jamie. I mean, I bought him drinks. We was at an all white party. I'm buying him drinks. And the sad part is when I met Jamie and Raina, I said to Carmen, I was like, oh, he's the funny guy on Twitter or whatever. He had like a funny skit or something. I thought he was just a jokester. I thought he was a comedian. To see them have all this anger, I'm like, I thought he was a comedian. So to
my anger.
see everybody kind of
Not a
transpire and
comedian.
like come into this new person, new human being. Even Clifton, he was very soft, quiet.
Mm,
He didn't even strike me as a threat. So I didn't care of their friendship because he doesn't give me like, okay, there's some guys you like, nah, baby, you ain't gonna be right. Him, I don't feel that. I felt like it was a soft threat. It's not, I didn't feel no way about him. He don't come off like that. And that's just my personal opinion. He ain't that kind of character. So to see what people are displaying on TV and to see this, it upsets me because it's just like, I know that ain't you. This ain't you. So it's sad to me. So, I wish them well, whatever their endeavors are. I really don't care what they're doing. I'm doing what I'm doing. I don't listen to none of the bull crap, whatever. I know what she's up to. I'm good. I'm safe in my own regards. I'm good. As long as they keep my name, they know to keep me very far away from them. They know.
mm.
Stay away
Talk,
from me.
talk it. Yes. Well, I got to ask you this. Let's say you guys were on this season as one of the main characters, and you're sitting there, and you guys are talking about the scene. And I showed this because my girls showed a scene where they feel like they're going back and forth. That Clifton reached his head in, moved back and forth with Joy or whatever, and that whole thing blew up.
Yeah.
How would you feel about it if Carmen was
Ashley.
Ashley.
Oh
Yes.
no. And they know that. They know, and they know me in real life. They couldn't even play like that with me. So they know that this TV and is real life. And I commend Quick because like I said, he got a lot to lose. So I know his movements can't be the same as everyone else. Because Quick is a big name prior to all this TV stuff. So I get
Mm,
why he
Say
can't
it
move.
again. Say it again. Say it again, because people didn't understand that.
No, Quick is a big name. Prior to all this TV, he's still a big name. Outside of this TV, a big name.
right.
So his movements can't be the same as Clifton. Clifton only wins in that, not in a real fight, but in real life. Quick beat him up. That's the story in the headlines out here.
Oh
So it's a
wow.
little difference. He can't move the same. With me, I'm not even thinking like that. So my mindset is not like that. I'm not gonna go back and forth with you. My first answer is, bam, we can go outside and fight right now. I'm not going to go back and forth. We can fight right now and we can figure it out that way. One way. That's the only way I know. And that's the only way I'm going to play. I'm not going to go back and forth with nobody.
Wow. Wow. So when you saw that, as far as you even knowing Carmen, seeing Clifton get up, have the Scooby Doo comment, all the things, Scrappy Doo, my bad. I'm sorry, other things you see, Quick getting up, all that. Like, what are you watching this? Because you know it's on TV. What are you thinking?
No, well, the thing is, it's hard
Uh,
for me because at that position, Clifton was still around me. So,
oh,
and I didn't really know Quick and Ashley. So he was
right.
around me. So I'm not going to be like I'm not. That's not my position. I mean, he's on right now. He on my side of the fence. I didn't know Ashley and Quick, so he was on my side of the fence because I'm at this time. This is around. We just got off the boat with below deck, so I'm cool with him. I'm not going to
Mm,
chill it kind of like, yo, that was crazy, because I'm cool with him at this time. As time goes on, now, yeah, would I be like, if it had my situation, my girl, then that's different. I don't really check him because he was on. I didn't know that what was going on. So I just know him. He was cool because he was just on the boat with me and I was chilling with him. I don't know Quick and I didn't know Ashley, so I ain't really gonna vouch for them. I don't know them. So he was on my side of the fence at that time.
come hard to paint. But Carmen, Mama, because you know our parties. What are your thoughts, Mama, looking at that though? Seeing all that on TV. I know your DMs and messages was getting blown up at that time.
Are you talking about
When you
Clifton?
got him go, yeah, all of it. Clifton standing up.
Clifton
Yeah.
had told me about it. Of course, I wasn't there, so I heard it, from him. He had told me about it, and he was kind of confused or upset about it. In that position, he had said that Joy hadn't took up for him, but when I look at it, it looks like Joy was there, like in defense of him. For me as a woman, just me, if you lean in, woman or man, we knucking and bucking.
Oh
Okay,
shit.
because that to me is like you are showing that you have an issue with me and now you're in my space. You know what I'm saying? Um, Especially a man. I'm a feel like
Right.
And
you're
he's a bigger
dominant.
man
You're
too.
dominating.
Right.
Now she
True.
did
True.
come in. I think there's a lot of people at fault.
They
First of
said
all,
it. Joy said
when
that she came in
when
first.
Joy, when she said, "Okay, well, you can get your jacket and leave," Joy should have got her jacket, baby. Let's go, because that was her speech. That should have been done. However, when she didn't, then Ashley went in and she did like go right to him. And that was like because at that point Clifton didn't do anything, right? And so she went at him, but then Clifton. So I feel like there's a lot of people who play different parts in that.
Come on, Carmen, because see, that's what I'm saying. Me, Dina, and I think Lee spoke about this before. We said as a women, we play a part in many things. As far as a man coming in and saying, "Baby, you know what? Let's go ahead and go." Dina, we've had discussion many times saying, you can make a big difference by just saying, "Hey, come on, honey, let's leave out the room. It ain't worth it. Come on, let's go ahead and go to the house and stop it. Something's gonna that could be blown up. That could happen." So I do agree where I feel like everybody could have played a part in a situation where it blew up. But whether people agree with it or not, I don't know.
Yeah.
I
I
don't know.
think that I
It's a
mean,
mess.
as a man, we got to also know our size. Clifton's not a small guy.
Okay.
No, he's a
Mhm.
bigger guy.
He
So
sure
you got to
is.
understand when you make a move like that, anybody's in threat from you. Period. I mean, because
Right.
he's a bigger guy. You can't. You got to know your size and the value. Because if you do that to me, I'm going to swing first too. It's just because you're still a big guy. You got to understand the role you play, period.
Mm.
And as a woman, I don't care if you come up to me. I know that I got a size advantage. I can't do certain things. I just know certain things or certain ways I can talk to you, period.
Right. No, no. I agree with that as well. I just was talking about that moment, how everybody can feel about it because so many people have said so many different things because they all go to the fact of the wizard game because Quick to me was talking a lot, you know, he was talking a lot on a reunion. Not saying nothing bad about it, but he just had a lot to say. It seemed like in a reunion, you know what I'm saying? Like he was fed up, pissed, whatever it was, and Jamie was quiet. I'm just saying the aesthetics of what I saw.
What?
Like,
I just don't understand. Pause for a second.
go ahead.
On Twitter, I'm not on Twitter like that. I probably have an account that I don't even look at. But I heard Jamie is like not only a member, he is the president of Twitter. He
Man, he
took
don't
over
play.
every time. But
Not a
then
client, but a person.
I'm like, did you take some NyQuil? You sleep.
Mm-mm.
I'm like, I'm confused because Twitter, maybe they had decided that Raina was going to be, the main speaker, but it seemed like really Jamie was chill on the couch. And until Clifton and Quick got into it, Quick was pretty chill too. So really the men were just chill.
No, it got every time the problem time I hear where I was saying that Quick was talking behind the scenes like I don't get what's going on. We was cool. We made up for Christmas, and like Ashley was just like oh da 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 da. That you just trying to talk here, Quick saying yeah I don't know what's going on. Da, da, da. He was just kind of behind the scene like backseat driver, not really the forefront. But what I'm saying when he was talking a lot, this reunion I don't know. And James was kind of like show receipts, yeah, chill, whatever. So, I don't know what was going on with that, but I'm just saying that it was just a lot this reunion, and I'm happy that you're here to kind of clear up some things because the fact you guys were a big part of it, but yet you weren't shown on screen. I feel like this last part we're going to see, I just feel like Carmen's gonna come here and kill it because I already know because even I already said from the other scenes where it's like Arena was like coming for you because she's feeling like you're not her friend where you were like I said we all said when you responded like okay yeah I'm here okay you weren't hype I don't know what you did wrong but it seemed like you
This
and
is the
Arena
thing.
go
This
ahead.
is the thing for me. Okay. Joy says out her mouth, so does Clifton. Carmen has been there for us. Carmen is our friend. Carmen is our friend. Okay. That is the truth. That's why they could say it. I was their friend. I was there for them. I did put them in position. I did highlight them. That's why they can't say nothing. I actually was that, and people know that. At some point, I knew when they're asking about me and Joy that things were not equal. So I could be doing friendship things to you, but you're not being the best friend to me. And I see things and I'm like, okay, let me fall back. Of course, someone's going to say I'm their best friend if I'm getting you on Fox 5 and I'm getting you in spots. And yeah, I am. But are you a best friend to me? It has to be two-sided. So one person can say, I love so-and-so. She's my best friend. Yeah, because I get you in all the concerts. I got you in front row seat. Of course, I'm your best friend. But then when it comes back, it don't even have to be materialistic things or financial things. Are you my best friend? Do you call and check on me? And that's the difference. And so when people are like, oh, she took up for, of course, you should take up for me because it was true. But now all of a sudden, but then once again, people don't want to catch the lies. Carmen went on a trip with me and Clifton. Okay, y'all see the primary. No, y'all went on a trip with me and my man. But the storyline you're painting will make it look like I just want to be anywhere they are. And that's not true.
They were on your they were a jail trip. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So the trip, while we right here, let's talk about that really quick. The people might not understand what you mean by the trip. Can you expound? Even though I did, of course, talk about the trip months ago, before it was dropped, before even the trailer. I want you to uh, talk about the trip because you both were involved with that. Here, please. What do
Okay,
you mean?
so Below Deck, I had been on Below Deck, let's say a year ago, also, and I didn't have the best time, and so the producers were like, "Carmen, come back on. We'd love you to come back on." Carmen, come back on. Okay, and of course I'm gonna come with my boo, and then I get to choose who else gets on. Okay. So my client is Clifton. Of course, Joy, hey, come on, hang out with us. Let's go on vacation. And we picked another couple and then like my best friend Brandon and another person. And so we went and honestly, we had a really, really good time. Now, because I am the one that was chosen, I am the primary. So that's when they continue to ask me questions and so forth. Now, if you pay attention, also when it says Carmen primary, Ray primary king, boyfriend, they say Joy is the fiance of Clifton. So I don't know. You have to fill out information. I don't know if they put that because they could have put wife or husband, but I don't know. So the issue is so happened that both of these things were filmed at the same time when they're trying to say I don't have a boyfriend. And the problem is also that if they had a boyfriend, there wouldn't be a storyline. So we're on this amazing trip with my man, with Clifton and Joy. Obviously, we are having a good time. We've had deep conversations. I think Joy talked to Ray for like 2 hours one time.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Wow.
relationships.
Wow.
Talking about relationships.
Wow.
And also on the boat, me, Joy, Clifton, and Ray, I sat everyone down and said, is there any issue with our friendship? And this is when I had just saw the scene where Joy had called me his number 2 and castmate, and that hurt my feelings. And I'm like, why would you call me a castmate and his number 2 when we're supposed to be cool and friends? She's like, it's not that. I didn't think about it like that. But I approached her and I said, well, I just want to know, is there anything going on that you feel uncomfortable with or whatever, while my man is here, while Clifton's here, so we can figure it out? She said, no.
Yeah. I'm the only one who rolls his hand.
Yeah, Ray was like, I don't know about this.
Yeah, I said, I'm going to say my piece. So I said
right.
But it was all, I said my piece because I'm a jealous man, I think. So I just said my piece because I want to be number 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I didn't.
Come on now.
But I got comfortable with Clifton. Like I said, as time go, I mean, we was in group chats together. We used to send jokes together in DMs and stuff. So I got comfortable. So it's not like there was any harming feelings, but I was just getting used to everybody and getting used to the DMV too. I'm just because everybody moves different. Their culture is different than where I'm from. So I'm getting used to the pace of how their friendships are here. So it's a lot to adjust to.
What you gotta say, Lee?
Quick question, Carmen. You said that when they was filling out the information for Below Deck, you said that it said fiance and not wife, or are we just talking about what they put on the screen?
No, you have to put on like, I'm Carmen Felder. This is my job. This is what I like to eat. That's all information we give them.
We have to give them information.
So they chose to put fiance and not wife and husband.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay. Thank you, Lee, for pointing it out because I was confused.
I don't know, but that's why it says that.
But this was okay, and you said that y'all was filming both LMADC and Below Deck simultaneously.
exactly.
But
They
she
say
got
that
mad at
show, Wonder
Ashley
Grenada.
for saying that they was married already, but you went on another television platform and put fiance.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
So, are
Mm-hmm.
they married or aren't they? Because when I get a husband, I'm about to my husband, y'all to death. But you got
That,
mad. But you got mad at Ashley for saying that y'all was already married, and then you went on another television show and said fiance. I need that to make it make sense.
for me, I mean, I'm for my answer. I'm going to say that's a question you should ask them. And I think
That's where it's
That's a
like
question I think
soap
you're
opera.
going in. I don't know. I ain't never been. I wasn't there. I wasn't at the wedding. She wasn't at the wedding.
They
So I don't
invited
know.
me.
They all right, but you didn't go,
No.
and I
Okay.
ain't go. So I don't. I can't
And once
verify anything.
again, just because you have a wedding does not make you married. You went through a ceremony, but did you go down to somebody's courthouse and sign a marriage certificate? That
Oh
was what
my.
make you married. Because if you die tomorrow and
Mm-mm.
we married, we married, and you died tomorrow and you really ain't married, everything going to the ex-wife or the whoever.
Yeah, I can't verify.
I I can verify.
You gonna
Even
verify?
I'm not. I mean, I don't have the piece of paper, but I'm not a liar. Okay, and that's the difference. If I know something, I know something. I do know that they went and got married from what was told to me. It was planned out. I can't speak on. I think at some point there's a transition from ready to love, reasonings and beings to love and marriage. I think there has to be, they need a 2020 moment, 60 minutes moment. And they just be honest because people are confused. If you got married, why'd you hide it? And then why did you start saying you're planning the wedding on the show? And then you go to another show.
Jesus be offense.
At
Jesus be
some point,
offense.
you have to be honest. And I think the audience will accept the honesty if it makes sense.
Well, right
And
now the
then they
math
can
ain't
move on.
mathing. The math.
The views and opinions expressed on this panel are those of this panel and are for entertainment purposes only. Do not, and I repeat, do not try this at home. And don't whine in the comments when you don't like it. We don't care.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I don't understand. It ain't mathing correctly. And this ain't because this I'm just asking questions that people are asking
And they are.
because it
They
don't
are.
make sense.
It
Yeah.
does. It's very confusing.
There's no
It's very.
verification. I don't know. I don't know. I
Because
think
if you're married, you can go and find a marriage certificate.
yeah, I think
If
they
you
are. I just don't know.
if you went and you went down hell, if you go through the drive-through wedding in Las Vegas, they still give you a marriage
Not the
certificate.
drive through.
So so
I
you
mean,
so
I think, well,
Twenty
they
nine
told
ninety nine.
with it.
I can't.
if
Yeah.
you
They
went
told
and
us.
if you went and had a ceremony, you ain't married. You just went through the steps of getting married. If regardless
Like
of it,
Andy and DC.
an officiant, just because an officiant says I now pronounce you husband and wife, you still got to go through the court system in order to do that.
Mhm.
You just went
Well,
through the
y'all know,
motions.
Come on,
right?
Candy.
Just
Come on.
like Yandy and Mendices had that big old wedding, but there's no court documents because he was about to, go to the clink, and we didn't want to mess up the church's money.
I just
Yes.
think at some point they just need go ahead and put out the certificate or whatever and get it over with. Then I mean, to me, babe, when we get married, I'm gonna say I was married now. I'm not gonna be
Okay,
like,
Come on, when we get married. Come on,
I'm gonna
win.
be screaming it from the Washington Monument. You hear me?
right.
There you go.
And someone try to play me,
Yes.
I'm gonna take a picture and be like, there it is. I'm gonna
Uh
put it
oh.
on
Stand on it. Let's
yeah.
go. Let's go. Period.
I just want to
As you
make sure that I
should.
get an invitation to the wedding. Let me get an invitation,
As you
please.
should.
Get
You
you a
know,
nice gift
look,
card
I
somewhere.
just told her I gotta be with DNC. I just told her that I gotta be there with y'all kicking it. But anyway, uh, look, getting out topic as usual. This whole reunion, we got another part coming up. Like I said, to me, I feel like even watching from the clips and scenes, the karma for to be just reading it down. And I
About
know
to eat them up. She about to
she
eat
is.
them up.
She about to
Well,
eat
I
him up.
Cause
think
she said
I want to just chime in
she
because
told Irina
the
I can say
union is
whatever I
something
want to say.
special that she
Look,
didn't.
look, come on, come on.
Let me tell them because I got to give them the heads up what happened.
okay.
So they flew her out. They believed she was coming by herself. They only bought her one ticket because they wanted her to fly to Atlanta by herself.
Oh,
She
this
didn't
story
let
is
anybody
I guess
hilarious.
know.
it is.
No one knew that
It's
she was
hilarious.
bringing me and her best friend Brandon. So she brought
Mm.
us both. She said, "Yo, I need y'all to come." We both packed up. I'm from New York. Jumped on the plane, headed there. Brandon went with her. We all met in Atlanta. They all believed she was by herself. So they also, and then they got this secret car to come pick her up at like early in the morning. She picks up, goes in the car, drives to this mysterious area. They don't tell her where she's going. She drops me
That
the
Night
location.
Rider.
Yeah, she drops me the location, and her best friend Brandon comes down with these tight, skinny white pants, running down the stairs. Said, "We're going, bitch. Let's go." And we get an Uber. We go straight to the location, and me and him snuck into the building. So we snuck into the building. We see Quick's,
Hilarious.
but we hear
Oh
Carmen's
my
voice.
God.
So we snuck all the way in her room. Now we're hiding, trying to, so that people, and she sees us, she's getting her makeup. She was surprised as hell that we broke into there. Me and Brandon broke into the location at the reunion. She was surprised as hell.
Well, yeah, they didn't want me to have any support.
Like, and that's what you call a writer. Now that's a writer.
Yeah,
right
I'm
there.
like,
But wait, hold on. He forgetting the fact it was raining, and when they got kicked out, they was walking around in the rain trying to get back to where they was at.
Yeah,
I heard the story last week. Don't forget it was raining.
But hold up, but why? Hold up, before we get to the raining part, but Carmen, why? Why did they not want you have you support there? Why?
I don't honestly know. At first I said, can my manager come? Because I thought business. They said no. I said, can my stylist come? No. I said, well, can my boyfriend come? They said no. So then I'm getting upset. And I'm like, so everyone is with someone. They have their husbands or spouse friends. You want me to come by myself as, the outsider with no support. Meaning, and I'm not asking them to come out on the stage, but I can be like in my dressing room. They refuse. So when they snuck in, I was so like, oh my God, because at least I just felt like I had somebody there to have my back. When the producers came in, they said, who are these people? I said,
Lord Jesus.
We were standing there like mannequins, acting like they didn't see us.
Right. And so they were like,
Brandon's ass.
everybody and escorted them
Who
out.
y'all?
So there's a part they probably not gonna show, a teaser where Rain is saying something about my boyfriend. You ain't got no boyfriend. I said, well, you can come to my hotel and find out, because they didn't know he was there.
Look, you are fighting for your life in this preview. What is the tea where you and Arena got this? I know you said before, you kind of put it out there where you felt like I heard her say, well, you can't blame me for this. But even when me and the girls talked about it in that one part where we felt like when you came in and she was like, she what kind of friend is that? She's not acting like she her friend. And we all said, I think she just coming in or whatever. What do you think it is that Arena's coming for you? What do you think it is? What is it?
I think Arena really didn't know my character. And first of all, if she's befriending Joy, you hear her say, Joy speaks so highly of Carmen, loves Carmen. So sometimes jealousy starts within, meaning, okay, well, I got to get Carmen out the way because I want Joy to be with me, right? That's one reason. Also, I remember watching on season 1, where Arena said, she wished she was more curvaceous, and she watches other women and she says,
Oh my God.
Just maybe that she wants someone who, first of all, she just likes to argue, right? My thing is, you're not going to be able to tell me about my man if you just met my man five months ago. You're not going to be able to tell me about Joy when I've known Joy longer than you, right? So there's connections where we've been on trips together, overnight together. There's times that you are not going to be able to understand me and Joy's relationship, and that is okay. So you can't judge that. So when they're asking about something about me and Joy, here come Arena. I said, well, I think something has to do with Arena. That's what she said. You can't blame me. Really? Because have y'all been watching the same season I've been watching? Every time Joy and something, who else is there? Arena. And who sat her down 5 times to talk about Carmen in pictures with Clifton? Arena. So you plant a seed of doubt in someone's head. And regardless of how strong you are, you're going to start looking a little crazy. Like, well, maybe that is true. Maybe I need to look harder, even though there's nothing going on. So I said a little bit about Raina. Raina want to pop off. Well, I'm not the one that just pop off and I'm going to just sit there and look crazy, right? But what's crazy when she was like, I know when somebody knows they really don't have nothing to say about somebody, they start making up shit. You a nobody. Well, I'm sorry. You are somebody watching a nobody because you've been watching my page like a fucking hard. You know everything I do when my boyfriend is here, when my boyfriend's not here, when I'm with Clifton, when I'm with Joy. I mean, so if you are somebody, why are you watching a nobody? That don't make sense. So me and her gonna go at it because you're not gonna talk to me crazy. And the whole you don't have a boyfriend when you've met my boyfriend. We've hung out. We've, drank together. And then I think I heard her on an interview recently saying, now she's saying that she met Ray. Oh, I met him at a fight. Her and she's trying to say, well, I didn't know. I didn't know if that was her boyfriend. And then Jamie said something like, well, because she hangs around a lot of men. Right. I said I work with athletes. They're mostly men. Of course I'm around a lot of men. But why would you say that, Jamie? Because I done brought some of those athletes to your little events and clubs. And you
That's
have said
real.
thank you.
And you jumping over trying to get an autograph. Yo, please, come
And
here.
you have asked me to invite those same men and clients to your birthday party. So now all of a sudden, well, she around a lot of men. Okay, you're right. They're athletes. But then you're going to say, well, I didn't know if that was her man to imply because I'm around a lot of men. No. Man. And then she implies, well, she's been drinking. Once again, everybody is a drunk except stop it. We all have drinks. We all have good times. So I don't know. Honestly, I thought Arena and Jamie, they dressed really well. I feel like they had an amazing family and an amazing relationship. Yeah, so and they are older than us, and they're someone that I would have looked up to. So for her to try to do this, and plus, Baby had made a good point. He said, "Why do we choose certain Black love over one other Black love?" So it's okay to look at Joy and Clifton's Black love, but our Black love is not okay. Or it's okay to look at look at Arana and Jamie's Black love, but Ashley and Quick's Black love isn't okay. No, that's not okay. We can't decide that. If you have people who are in love, their relationships are going to be different, but there's a respect. And technically, I have not done anything personally to Arana, and neither has my man to Raina or Jamie. So then what is the problem?
Yeah. And I think that's the main thing with all this TV stuff is like we got to destroy another Black love to promote another Black love. And that's to me the sad part is to see and I'm happy for Joy and Clifton and the fans they get. I want them nothing but success. But we don't have to tear another person's story down for you to reach there. It doesn't have to go that way. I'm glad for whatever everybody doing, but be glad for what's going on over here too. Because we having a great time. I'm enjoying it every day waking up to this. I'm happy.
Okay, so, now.
I'm good.
I'm just saying outside looking in, us talking about this, the TV does not include you guys in it, but we know, like I call Lee Queen of DC because I know she's on the ground floor. She she's there. It's the streets. Same with Dina. Myself with Kaz, we know that you guys are a part of this, but for some reason you weren't a part of the storyline. But here at the end, people are gonna want to see this part 3. They know, oh, she's gonna come up, she's gonna see whatever. But even the stuff that you saying about you and your relationship, I posted about that. You know that. I'm gonna be transparent. When I posted about that, and I'm gonna be really honest, I got a DM crazy about then I follow each other. And I didn't know about this, that she's gonna be on the show, whatever. But I connected now that the stuff that Carmen is talking about in the moment, it was happening. I happened to catch it. So I'm reporting about it, and both Carmen and Joy kind of giving the same stance. It is a blogger, what I'm saying? I get what's going on, but I'm just saying, like, for a minute, they been not cool. Pretty much what I'm trying to say. Just like, it took so long for them to come out and say this, whatever, play it, whatever. And for you, I feel like you guys are in a crazy position because not only had you to be quiet, for a lot of different reasons about it. You have a relationship you have going on, and it may seem like you're the third wheel. And I always feel like that's kind of messed up. Carmen will shout me out if she's on something, whatever. So I've always given her that respect. I don't know you, King, but because you with her, I give you the same respect. And
Thank you.
I feel like that, you should be out there. It should know who you are, and it should have been included, not just like I call him plus one because she was on it. She's on a reunion. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's why I really want y'all to be a part of
And
it.
then I think on this last, we've had enough fighting. There's going to be a little bit, of course, words, but then there's going to be some serious moments and some intense moments and some revelations.
Oh wow. Hmm. Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah.
The ending, I think, there's going to be a lot of questions. You're probably going to want to interview us again next week after the ending's going to be
Oh,
real
I
interesting.
already worked on it. Got it. I'm already working on it. I got you. Me and your queen already had a conversation, but
The ending is
so
interesting.
but let me ask my queens up here, which is Dina and Lee, who've been following me with this whole entire time. So I do want to talk about. We kind of glossed over the Wizard game when Quick jumped in and said I didn't invite them. So maybe I'm confused about what they showed the first time. Is that what he said the first time, Lee and
He
Dina?
said when they was at the little rock climbing place, she was talking about Ashley was talking about who to invite to the to the game or whatever, and she said that she would invite um Joy and Clifton. And he was like, "Well, if you invite them, you invite them. If you don't, you don't." Like, it was neither here nor there. Which like he didn't give an opinion of, okay, yeah, I'm don't invite them. Like, he just said, okay, whatever you do, okay, cool, I'm a roll with it.
Gotcha. Because I couldn't remember because he said he blurted it out. Like I said, I feel like there was for this to me. I feel like Quick and Arena had like feelings low, and in the reunion, it all came out. I feel like for Quick and for Arena, because he just kept talking to the background, regardless of what's going on. And he was like, "I didn't invite them," because she was so upset behind the situation. So Dina, you still there, Mama? Did
Well,
you have
he
anyone?
Yeah, I'm
well
still
he
Go
here.
said,
Okay. And see, I'm gonna have to go back because y'all know my name is the receipt queen, and Alicia is half right in the conversation. So Quick actually said he was inviting everybody, and
ahead.
Ashley said she didn't want them there, and then she was kind of like, well, if you invite them, then whatever, whatever, whatever. But somehow I believe, and this is just my personal opinion, that they didn't want that. Neither one of them wanted there. That was kind of like a stage scene, like they actually discussed if they was coming. And I think production had something to do with it because we needed to wrap this Joy and Ashley thing up if they was gonna be friends or not gonna be friends. But I'll find the clip, and send it to you. But he actually did say like he was gonna invite everybody, and then she was like, nah. And then she was like, well, it's your event, so you could do whatever it is that you want to do, or blah, 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 whatever. And she even said that, hey, she had wanted to have a conversation with her prior to. And I think the way they, edit and blah, 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 like everybody was in there and then they decided to have a conversation, but they could have had the conversation first. I don't know, because it's getting a little wild with the production. And they talked about a lot of that going on and people not feeling protected and all this other crap with production. So it's just weird to me.
Mm,
yeah, Ashley did say that she wanted to have the conversation before the basketball game, and production didn't allow it or whatever the case is. But first and foremost, if I'm beefing with somebody, thank you for the invitation, but I'm not gonna go. Like, and Quick said it today that the rest of the season would have went completely differently had that incident at the basketball game didn't happen.
I
interesting.
agree. I think both Ashley and Joy really want to squash it, but they've gone too far. I think that um, ego, pride, and stature needs to be taken away. I think they need to, if they're going to start over again, they're going to start over again. But there's honestly, There's too much blood. I don't see how nobody's going to be on the show. I know one side they're like that, like, okay, Jamie and Lorraine are like, well, we don't need them. I'm sorry, you can't have a show with y'all kumbaya all night. You have to have some interest. You got to have something, and every show has a villain or something. You can't all be just having a great time. There has to be some drama, and it's almost like nobody's willing to apologize. But some people have gone too far, and that's understandable. So either it's going to be a refresh, start all over again, or there's going to be more fighting, or the show going to be done. That's it. Like, everybody can't have their way. That's where the ego and pride comes. We're going to have it our way. We're going to have our way. That doesn't work. There has to be a compromise.
Right. And I also think too that it's gone so far. Normally in like the shows, the ladies have disagreements, and then after a while they make up, and then somebody else has a disagreement, and after a while they make up. But this is like spilled over to the husbands, between Clifton and Quick. So I think that's, maybe I'm reading it wrong, but that's like where I feel it's gone too far, because now the men are into it, and then they can't, because you've seen even in the beginning when Ashley and Joy was having a thing, Quick and Clifton was still at the wrestling thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were still like, hey, that's on them, they gonna get back right, blah blah blah. Now you bring the husbands into it, so now they're beefing, so that's the end all be all. It's like it's a wrap after that.
Well, we got Below Deck Monday, right? Monday. So please watch Monday, because you get to tie the shoestrings all together, because Monday and Saturday comes up. So that's it ties the whole, it's going to put all the puzzle together of what they did. So please watch Monday and watch Saturday, their show.
And Joy was even taking up for you at the little argument at the
she says, table. Ray, we had a good combo. I thought we were cool. So please, Saturday and Monday, put the puzzle together for us. It helps.
As your positions, where do you think the show? Do you think it's going to end? We pretty much know Winter's not coming back. I know Ashley's not sure. How do you think, from watching other shows and how things have happened, do you think that, from your opinion, it's going to turn out?
Some people's contract ain't gonna get renewed. I could say that. Or they not gonna be asked to come back. But they need a different. I wouldn't mind seeing Sherelle and Black on there more than. I would pick Sherelle and Black over Joy and Clifton.
I agree too. They have more of a story. You can actually get to know their life.
And they didn't quote unquote fall in love off of a game show. So it's a little bit more authentic, in my opinion. But I like watching Sherelle and Black on the screen, more so Sherelle. But yeah, I would prefer for them to be the third couple versus Joy and Clifton. That's my opinion. But if they don't get them ratings up, if they don't get them views up, they ain't nobody gonna have no job.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think a lot of things could have been different if a lot of movements, just like if that didn't happen at the basketball game, things would have been different. I think if Joy had just a good conversation with Black and Sherelle, things would have been different. I think a lot of things, if people had just said, let me do something different this time, the outcomes would have changed and the show would have been better, because nobody's talking to nobody. Everybody's arguing with everybody. Yes, it's nice to see a little dig here and there, but after a while, it gets boring.
I agree.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that too, because it just seems like nobody is kicking in, nobody is cool. What are we filming? Everybody gonna be at a separate restaurant talking shit on the other couples. It's like, that's not cute at all. That is not cute at all.
Well, look, I think the key to all the shows is you want to get to know the relationship. I think a lot of people in their relationship, they're trying to protect their relationship, so they deflect on other people's relationship. They don't let it be about them. We should have known more about Jamie and his wife and Arena.
They did that on the first season.
They did, and after they realized it was hurting them, they deflected. After they were like, "Oh shit, it's causing us to really beef. Let's stop. Let's deflect and talk about other people's relationship." Once, and we didn't really get to know Joy and Clifton's relationship. We got to know them only. Oh, half of the show was just talk about are we married? Are we not married? Ashley, why you do this? The other half is a throuple. Oh my God, Carmen's here. And it's never, we didn't get to know their relationship. We didn't get to know Sherelle and Black's relationship. And we never really got to even know Winter and Yusuf's time. We got a little bit, and it was a little corny, but either way, we got a little bit of their relationship. We never got to understand love and marriage. Like, what is it to be in love in DC marriage? We never got that. We just got a bunch of people saying, oh, but look what you're doing. Don't worry about us. Look what you're doing. So it's a lot of deflecting, and that's not how you can run a show. It's impossible to do a show like that.
Right, because I would have liked to seen the transition with Clifton and Joy. I mean, granted, they're still on like a TV show, but like how their relationship graduated to where it was after the cameras was off on Ready to Love. And even if they did, run to the courthouse, because some people be like, look, we ain't got the money to throw no big wedding, right?
That would be an interesting story.
But I love you to the ends of the earth. If you love somebody to the ends of the earth, you don't have to have no 20, 30, 50, whatever $1,000 wedding. We finna go down to this courthouse and call it a day. And I still, like Carrie and Mr. Big, I'd have been all over the internet talking about I's married now, courthouse and all.
Yeah. But that would have been a beautiful story. It would have been something we could have followed. But everybody puts this mirage up. Like, I got money. Y'all don't need to worry about me. I'm good. And they just putting a facade up. It's just a lie. And it's sad that people got to do this. Just because reality TV needs to be a little bit of real life. A little bit. Just give us a little bit of your real life.
Well, I was bamboozled on that, actually. Because I was helping Joy figure out the wedding. And then I saw that there wasn't going to be a wedding. So I was like, what? So I'm looking at cake venues, venues, cake places and dresses and this. And then I saw a scene where she's like, I don't want to have a big wedding. And I'm like, so you had me looking for all this stuff for you and you didn't want a wedding? Mm-hmm. So I was surprised on that. So I think that would have been a great way to introduce them from Ready to Love. Now they're planning a wedding. Let's get to know them. We're excited for them. What venue, what dress. I think that would have been perfect.
Well, they might have had the money for the wedding if they wasn't renting that house.
You said that.
That's like $4,000 or $5,000 a month.
How much?
It's like $4,500 a month.
Yeah.
Not they Airbnb. Let me be quiet.
Yeah, because when I was searching for the marriage license, that's when I found out the house was rented, because the house is listed to somebody else and it was on Zillow for rent.
Yeah, I mean, and there's nothing wrong with it if you adopt.
No, it's nothing wrong with it, but don't try to. What I'm saying is, the storyline was, oh, we bought this house and we're trying to merge the family and blah 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 blah. Look, ain't nothing wrong with renting, because I rent because I just want to call somebody else when something breaks. I don't want to have to pay for it. I'm gonna be honest. I could buy a house, at any given time, but I'm just like, hey, this don't work. Oh, y'all need to dig up the backyard. It's gonna cost $10,000. Huh?
He had a nice old house. I mean, not the old house. The house before that was nice.
Right.
I like that house.
But it's just sad.
But you're trying to step up your game to keep up with the Joneses.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Trying to put a mirage for people on TV. Just live your life. That's it.
Right. Because at the end of the day, none of these people is gonna help you pay your bills. None of these people is gonna help you pay the mortgage. And actually, when the show is over, none of these people even really care about what you have going on. So I'm not going into debt.
That's a fact.
Or missing out on things in life to impress other people. It's just not gonna happen.
You're right. You're right.
If
but
I
it would
got it, then I got it. If I don't, then hey, I'm gonna catch y'all on the next trip because my funds running out.
you see, that's reality. And I feel like if people would have just lived their truth, talk about, man, I ain't spending $4,500 on no goddamn house. That's reality. But we could feel that. I can understand that. That's relatable. When you're just doing drama all day, that's not relatable. Ain't nobody want to see people beef all day. I don't want to.
Not
I don't
all
want
day.
to watch that.
Yeah, I totally get it. That's one thing I hate about the consequences or aftermath of reality TV is that everybody thinks, not everybody, but the majority of people think that they have to get on TV and put on airs and make their life more glamorous than it is, when you would really could be like, hey, this is the struggle of a newly married couple. We're trying to combine finances. We're trying to get our credit right. We trying to blend families. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff. That is a good story because that happens every day.
Every day. Yes, it's relatable. Exactly. But I feel like they bring it back. They need to get invested into people's life, what they're doing, your day to day. Like she has a ton of events. Like she's out. We got a host, and that's the thing. But that's her life. That's her real life, and that's what we need to see. Everybody's real life. What are you doing day to day as a marriage? How does that nucleus? Me coming from New York, how did we try to find a way to merge this? Because it's difficult for me. This is like a culture shock, and but that is my reality. This is my reality as I'm going through it.
And the good and bad, like Ray used to make me breakfast in bed every morning. I don't even eat breakfast.
Yeah.
And so somebody would have been like, oh, look at her. She don't even appreciate him. But I had to be like, well, baby, I like hard-boiled eggs. He was making pancakes and scrambled eggs and sausage. I'm like, oh, that's nice. And then I was like, I don't eat that. But that is real life.
We had to learn each other.
Because I've watched y'all on a number of interviews, and he's even said he's getting acclimated to the DMV area. So that's a good journey, because I know you go downtown and you get turned around. Because when I used to live there, if I had to go out downtown or, in DC, I said, I'm just going to Uber because I'd be to mess around and went down one of these wrong ways and got arrested. I'm like, I'm not playing.
Me too. I drove in like one of these government building parking lots by accident. I'm like, how did I get here? They pulled me over.
It was the Pentagon.
I was at the Pentagon. I didn't know where I was.
I did the same thing. I brought my mama to DC when I lived there, and we got off on the little exit and we was taking pictures, and they rolled up on us like, you can't do that. I'm like, we not from here. He said, I'm gonna let y'all go.
Yeah, that's what happened. And I'm like, but like it's so different. And that's not I'm saying it's a bad thing. It's different. I'm adjusting, but to me, that's my reality. I'm not going to come in here and say it's not different. It is. New York in here is different. And I had to learn that, but that's my reality.
Where Kamisha go at?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what y'all got coming up next besides Below Deck.
Shoot. I mean, as far as us, we got a lot of events. She got the golf tournament coming up. We're doing a couple of things as far as just doing the community events. I'm big at doing fashion shows, so I'm preparing for a fashion show I'm going to do probably January. So she's helping me with that preparation and getting things so we do like outside of events for us. We do a lot of things for the community period. So I know the golf tournament is going to be amazing. And
yeah, we're supposed to be doing a bowling tournament for the foundation. But it seems like every week we're doing something. Yeah. Like if it's not community work, it is events or collaborations.
Yeah,
we get offered a lot of collaborations to do stuff, but you can't collaborate with everybody. So you know how that is. We got to vet them out a little bit, but who knows?
You never know. I don't know.
There she is. I hope she didn't fall asleep on us.
Well, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Carmen and Ray.
Okay, we'll see you tomorrow. Yes.
Oh. Yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Okay, well, I guess we don't get off too. We'll talk to y'all later.
All right, y'all have a blessed day.
Bye.
Okay, well, I don't know how we can end this on her end, but yeah.
Well, it's been real, y'all. So I'll see y'all later.
Peace out, y'all.
Mm, mm, mm,
Kamisha,
mm.
Kamisha,
I,
you are still live. You need to end the live.
I'm here. I'm here. I'm
Okay,
here.
end the live.
In the live.
End the live.
Okay.